All right, here we go. This is the new Mousse design. Super effective.
What in tarnation?
Here it is.
Is that an anaconda?
Basically an anaconda. So I cut this one really deep, but I was pretty frustrated with this design because, I mean, it's kind of over drilled, but you can see it compromises just the whole integrity of how the bead sits on here. So, and with this bike over there, that electric motion, it uses a trial swing arm, so there isn't much clearance in there. You can see how when it's debeaded, it kind of gouges it a little bit. So my thought process was, how can I get the most traction without compromising where the bead meets the rim? Because you see all kinds of people with a really soft mousse, but they're almost always debeaded, you know, and that's not proper transfer of power from the swing arm all the way through the axle coming up. I mean, it just doesn't make much sense. So with this, you can dial it in however you want. I cut this one super deep because
What'd you cut it with? Boom.
this is all you need. You don't need a mousse drill because, I mean, you can dial this in too. Just cut it light, run it for a while, and if you don't like it, open it back up, go deeper. But yeah, my suggestion is to not really go into the meat right here. This is not where you want your mousse compromised. So yeah, you can just cut it, make your own pattern, but I figured kind of the best traction, uniform traction you get is a trials tire type. So the difference of these, they're the exact same mousse, both a Michelin 1, 20, 90, 18, but this, you're not removing any material from it, and here you're taking a bunch of material out. So you're essentially shortening your mousse and the life of it. But with this setup, you can, it seems like the lifespan is gonna be longer, and you don't have to cut as deep. When I first cut, I just took just the whole blade and just went with it. And I decided, you know, I want to get it as soft as possible because I had a race coming up. So that's what I went with. The hardest part about this is the bead. Getting it back into on the tire, the bead, it wants to pinch really hard into the rim. And we don't have a trials tire here, I don't think, to show, but like a trials tire, it has a bead that's about like twice as thick as this. So they tend to stay on the rim better. And I was getting really frustrated with this always popping off because these beads are really flimsy. So I think that's why you have all the new, you know, like Cody's running, what is that? Was it a tubeless system? That is like, he has like what, 8 rim locks all the way around, kind of trying to pinch it. But if you can have the mousse doing most of the work, pushing back into the rim and pinching that bead in, I don't know, I think it makes the most sense. Give it a shot.
Let us know in the comments.
And let's see if we can get rid of mousse drills altogether.
Forever.
Altogether.
Forever.
You don't need it. There you go. Seated all the way around. And with this setup, you're probably going to want to run some way that you can get air in there. That way you can get this thing to seat on the bead. After you get all your lines cut, what helps these move back and forth is if a little bit more material is, you know, cut out of it. So you can see how these are really tight lines right here. It is cut deep, but it kind of helps if you take your blade, turn it sideways a little bit, and try to just take a little more material out.
Just rip into it.
Yeah.
Like you're taking ribs out.
This nitro mousse is a way different compound than the Michelin mousse. The Michelin mousse, when you cut it, look at that. Yeah, that's traction.
Look at that.
But the Michelin mousse, when you cut it, it expands. So if you're gonna use that mousse, I'd go a size smaller on your mousse than the tire you're gonna use. But this stuff doesn't expand at all. It's kind of more of a dead feeling foam. So I'd go true to size on your tire. Okay. Simple. So see how soft this is?
Supple.
And then look on the inside here. I mean,
Booyah. Let's install it.